Does mid one do anything into Talia? I don't know.
So you can block her flick. You can block the flick where she tries to throw you, and
we all remember 2022. Oh goodness, what a day, what a year. Anyways, it is something to look at this matchup here. I know we talked about RNG a little bit, but seeing at the present RNG, a lot of weight off their shoulders, as we said, maybe at least imbibing them with a little bit of confidence here, as they do end up getting the kill in the 2v2 over on the Timo. Thumbs up, the top esports throwback from Jachi, and it's gonna be first blood for RNG. That's actually really sick.
Linda in shambles. So we're going to see RNG right now holding the entirety of the bot side jungle, although Angel now trying to make this pick on Niket.
They get the handshake. Niket, though, walked into the wall there. Ornhorn back across on a 2. Tong Yuan wants the kill now on Odd. He's flashing forward. That was a 3 CC chain in a row by RNG. They'll lose Niket for it, though. The bailout won't have enough there, as Equalizer going to be used. EDG going to make it out. Of what exactly needs to happen for either side. As you see there, EDG getting that win, ends up getting them into the playoff play-in. Oh god. Went down to 13 and then 1. They do secure it. First dragon will go. See Milky Way coming around the corner there, but he's just going for his blue buff, so maybe just willing to give this objective over. And honestly, a little bit scary there. They will get the 1 potentially here, maybe second 1, but the fight's about to kick off. There's Jane's Corruption onto the clone of all things. Second grub got secured, but now EDG going to try to make their way out. Angel tries to find a big seismic shove, does end up getting a ton of damage down, but it will be the trade back of the other grub going to RNG.
I'm actually just surprised that EDG just let them walk in like that.
First item completed as well. Kelsey, how we feel about the temperature check on the Ornn mid for the young starter of RNG as we're looking at a bot lane game. Maybe we don't even get a time, actually. It's Angel. He just leaves Wink completely by himself. Milky Way will buffer that Pop Blossom with the Soul Steal. And now it did. And we heard Alec talk earlier. RNG technically is in the advantage in the game score between the two organizations as of right now. EDG making a mark of that in game number 1, though, but that will be EDG also taking a dragon to even the dragon, stacking up 1-1 here as well. Now we're taking a look at the map state, though. RNG, we're looking for a potential play on top side. They are going to catch out Wink, who's really by himself, going to be forced to pop the defensive Pop Blossom. Gets Fates called in, so he can survive. Ornhorn going back there. Chain's Corruption going to be used. TP coming in as well. Chow Hao literally cannot play the video game. Double flash coming out from both of them. EDG licking their wounds, but they will make it out alive.
That's incredible there for RNG. Not only did they get a bunch of ultimates, but now the flash wave from Angel and from Xiaohao. Angel's probably going to get dove on this wave. Xiaoshu used the equalizer just to make sure that he buys time.
Oh no, they got a little bit of revenge. They didn't even need to dive. Jachi snipes him down, takes him out, and that should be the Rift Herald also going the way of RNG. It's almost a 2,000 gold lead now for RNG, as they're going to be looking to take down that turret as well. Will be first turret of the game if they can take that one. They also got the Rift Herald, so some standing gold waiting for them to be taken.
So they don't have to go back up there again and address the wave. They overhauled dive the Ornn.
Oh, they're going to do it again. Oh, he's still taking forever to die. Will end up going down over to Angel, though, so that'd be a nice little pick by EDG.
It's because Nico, she's the specter.
The ghost, yeah. That's actually hilarious.
Wonderful.
Wink is like, if I can't get anything else out of this game, I'm gonna at least break the game before I end up getting this game going.
$1 million company right here. I'd love to see it. All right, well, Xiaosu can jump over this wall using this blast cone. Also has the equalizer for the range. They're gonna try and go for the Callista Ren combo.
Look at Xiaosu though on the other side. Weaver's wall going through. Dragon goes the way of Milky Way.
Nice,
he gets the second one there, and RNG are taking this one all day long. Resets coming through, and they just look for each fight they can. Milky Way makes it back over the wall to chase ZDZ. He is his brother in arms in that Skarner, but not any longer. As him and Jachi are going to try to run down ZDZ. He's throwing up the Timo emotes. But another fight win for RNG, and it just feels like they are vibing here as a 4th kill comes through for Jachi. At least more than they can chew. Is EDG going to be surrounded now? You have to be very careful the length of engage. They're pulling off now. EDG scattered to the wind right now. I have no idea what's exactly happening on my screen. As On is by himself on a flank, going to be immediately collapsed onto. You have to remember, they have this massive flank. On is just completely caught. Three-man Ornhorn across the board, and another one goes down as they try to find this fight on RNG. They do get a double kill from On, but RNG find resets all day long for Milky Way. They end up finding a triple for him and gonna finish it off with the final 2 kills going down. That is a clean ace for RNG.
This game's looking as one-sided as the first game. Definitely, but this time in RNG's favor, right? I think just a lot more coordination, a lot more thought going into this competition, how they want to execute it. EDG's map movements and EDG's decisions just seem very desperate. The auto dragon pull, the autocom pull, when they're out, they have to screw over RNG one more time. It's just EDG one more time.
We must take this to 3. You know, we were talking about that. The all-time before the series was 57 RNG, 50 for EDG, but they said, "Hey man, for old time's sake, let's go to 3. Let's push ourselves."
Let's just see what could happen. You never know what could happen.
Here, he's like, we don't need to study for our opponents, and and it was Hoya actually. It was
Dude,
like, we
what
actually
is
got to study
this?
for us. It's a free win for RNG, is what it is, Lennon.
What the hell am I
We're running
watching,
through.
man? What the actual hell was that? On just didn't even get to play the video game. He had to stand there and watch while they killed him with an entire screen of distance between them.
The stocks are rising. Let's see if Tanguyen can win. It is a 2v2, a 2v1. We got Nico as well on a huge play. We are desperate.
Come on. Yep. Brutal, bro. Tanguyen is taking on the entirety of the team. He finally doesn't die. He's not dying. Okay, he gets bailed out. They'll get the kill in the end. A 4-man hostile takeover in the end, but they have lost a big part to their front line as they will end up taking the blue buff away. RNG slink away from their side of the map. EDG do find the pick that they spent literally everything on.
I think this is very fake, though. Even with this teleport, they're now going to know that Xiaoshu's coming on through mid lane. There's no Talia ult. There's no Skarner and Pale. No Wink ult either. This is such a Hail Mary.
I think we're getting ready for this fight, though. RNG locked down Jachi, going low. Does have the bailout, but will not be bailed out. 1,000 gold. Go the way of Xiaohao.
Claim this one. Again, we have not seen EDG, specifically On and Xiaohao, work that well here in game number 2.
Oh, Xiaohao flashing over the wall. Chains of Corruption went wide again, but the Ornhorn did not. Angel goes golden. Double knock up there again by Tanguyen as they get the first soul reset by Milky Way. Now looking for the flash play. Milky Way wants it. Doesn't hit the seismic shove, but Jachi takes down Wink with a big piercing arrow at least. ZDZ going to be the next one to fall, and might not be able to pull on those ZDZs in the chat just yet as we're going to game 3 here. RNG with an almost 10,000 gold lead, and off the back of some very consistent fighting are going to even up their last series of 2025.
Yay! RNG can win a game. You're a little late. I feel like, you know, if we would have had this in game 1,
good in game 1.
Would have been great, but, you know, it's similar to OMG. Gotta win one.
It's the classic phenomenon. You know, once you're eliminated, pressure's off. Just have fun. Play like you play.
They're not even gonna finish it. I'll go out with a bang. Go out with like the biggest throw of all time in the LPL as your last game of the season. As now we get that double engage. Just eliminates the backline solo, and unfortunately that's just another wallet diff. Straight to mid lane, straight into these TPs. You didn't even have Xiaohao with you for EDG on that fight, and I think they knew that it's a go next angle.
Well, what do we think about game 3, guys? Is blue side going to prevail? Do we have?
I think blue side might be slightly OP as the stats have shown, but
that could be the case.
Kelsey, I think you and I have both, you know, we've been in agreement about this. Draft doesn't matter. Stats awful. It's all about the gameplay here.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.